Hello, beautiful people of the internet. We're back with more Alan Wake. I'm very excited to play more Alan Wake. I was just talking to chat about how much fun I had playing the game yesterday and how I was really looking forward to playing a couple hours more today. So at the end of yesterday's stream, we ended episode 1 and very quickly started a previously on Alan Wake in terms of very TV style, like recapping. Actually, now that I think about it, very similar to like previously on Days of Our Lives. Soap opera influence, which, you know what else had a soap opera influence? Twin Peaks. I'm not going to stop talking about it. You can't catch me. Stop. You can't make me stop talking about Twin Peaks. I refuse. I'm going to be 80. So anyways, I think I'm going to hit continue game, but I'm a little interested what happens. I may hit episodes instead. Continue game. Steam Cloud Alan Wake. Yep, I think that's the save that I'm using.
Previously on Alan Wake.
There it is.
I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
Episode 2, Taken. Oh, we're going back in time to New York City, 3 years ago. Just very quickly. Okay, there we go. Let's see what his New York City apartment looks like. How rich is this man?
Honey, I'm home.
Oh, we're playing.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Cheers, brother. That's exactly what I'm doing. By the way, very interesting that we start by looking directly at a light source. This says 3 years ago in a happier time, Wake returns home in New York after running errands. In a happier time. Oh, so they got money. They got money. Affording this place in New York? Are you kidding me? I will take the flashlight, please. I absolutely want a flashlight. Why is that interesting that we look at the light? Because so far in the game, the darkness and these like safe havens have all been basically cones of light from above. Signifiers of safety, happiness. I would say safety more than happiness. It's a weird angle to have the camera start at. You could start here. Instead, we have this weird like boomer using an iPhone on FaceTime angle that we start with, looking directly at the light. Which is, yeah, you know, it's a choice. I don't think it's a bad choice. It's just an interesting choice. Might even be a very smart choice. Turn on the coffee maker. It is shitting snow out there. Oh, my Lanta. This kind of shelves, they're fucking millionaires. When was 3 years ago? 2007? Pre-housing crisis? Oh, my God. What part of the city are we in? I don't know New York all that well, but I do love New York a lot. Who said brick backsplash? The brick backsplash. Welcome to Interior Design, the game, where we're going to take apart this house piece by piece. Oh, the chairs move. Let's tuck that in. All right, let's go turn on this coffee pot. Pre-2008, they were giving away apartments like this, like candy.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
What are you finishing? What do you do for work, Alice? What is your, we have a brand new TV. We got money! Place for the TV to be mounted, brand new TV. We probably got it on Black Friday because this is a more optimistic consumer time. Alice, what are you working on? Are those photos? That's the world's largest coffee thermos.
I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk.
Graphics designer? Graphics designer, I said?
I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Oh, they be fucking. Oh, interesting. So we got a lot of lenses for this camera. The amount of money! Jesus Christ! That amount of money, and all they can do is some street art, some street portraits. That's not even a street portrait. That's just a big ass photo. Okay, let's look at the cover mock-ups. What's on the bookshelf? The Human Island, a book. I'm sorry, did I look at the wrong counter? Let me sprint through the house. Nope, not in here. Ryan hates street photography. Pass it on. I don't hate it. It's just, you know, it was just, I don't know. I wouldn't have called it super tasteful. Why do we have these golden pistols? Interesting. We got a manuscript. We got some, okay. Alan Wake Return to Sender. What I Can't Forget. Alex Casey and Alex Casey Thriller. The Things That I Want. And The Fall of Casey. The Things That I Want is a bad title. You know, wait, Alice is a designer and chose that wall art. Listen, it was a different era. 2007-ish is what we're kind of going with. They were too rich to have taste. I don't think that QR code works. It took me to a weird Google result. Alan Wake,
really good.
The Sudden Stop.
Sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called.
She hates the dark.
Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'll get
I'm
right
here.
on it.
I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
As an actual artist, I agree street pics or whatever, but it makes sense to further solidify a sense of place in a game. It does. I don't know that I hate it as a game decision
I really don't
choice.
like this, Alan. Please hurry.
But it is interesting from a like character, like what does it tell us about the characters? I don't know. They really fucking love New York. Should we turn the fuse on or should we read this manuscript? I absolutely cannot resist reading this manuscript. We're going to do a quick little glance at this. The Sudden Stop 1 and 2.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again.
Alan Wake?
Femme fatale was gone.
Me up?
Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Okay, honest first impressions. We do have a lot of intrigue here. We also don't have a lot of clarity. So I don't know that I actually legitimately expressed this yesterday, so I will express it now. Anytime I'm ever shitting on or picking apart the writing on these pages in this game, it's not picking apart the game because we're layers removed from that. This is writing written by people in the game to appear as in-game text, found text from Alan Wake, the writer. The best case scenario, we're learning stuff about Alan. Worst case scenario, we're learning stuff about the world at large, the publishing industry, Alan's books, etc. So, anyways, first impressions. There's intrigue here for sure. There's a tend towards the meta with thinking in metaphors again, but there's not a ton of clarity. I don't know why we are using this tense. Dreamer Fun, thanks so much for the 6 months in advance subscription. Holy shit, can we get some hearts in the chat? Thank you. One, I don't know what this exactly means. It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop. Rewrite that, say, it's true what they say, : then give us what they say. Because I don't actually know exactly what it's referring to. Then we go to I had lain here in the snow. Not I am laying here currently or in the past. I laid there. Why are we had lain? This tense choice removes us pretty far from the actual action of what's happening. I don't know. It's not the fall that kills you, it's the landing. But then why are we calling it a sudden stop and not a landing? If the phrase is it's not the fall that kills you, it's the landing, why are we saying the sudden stop? Because that's the name of the book and he didn't name his book The Landing? Anyways, next page.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. Gruesome, slushy, dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Okay, we have to talk about gruesome slushy. That's fucking amazing. A gruesome slushy is the funniest thing I have maybe ever read. That's really funny. Alan Wake wakes up in the morning in his $1 million apartment. Goes to sit down at the typewriter. He's had excellent sex with his wife just last night, and she's happy to let him to remind him about it. Okay, gotta crank out my bestseller. We're laying there in the snow, blood gushing out of it. It's the moment of our death. There's stuff in the past that we care about 13 years ago. There's our connection to my wife and my baby, and there's the kiss that sealed the deal. How do I paint the picture? The image in the head that people are going to create when they read these words of my blood leaking out of me and mixing with the quote-unquote bile of the city. What word connotes the violence, the gruesomeness? Ah, yes, a slushie from 7-Eleven. That's what we should do. Sometimes you can pick a word that doesn't match the scene or the vibe and twist it. Yesterday we talked about the shadows bled. The shadows. What was that word? The shadows what? Oh, it wasn't blood. It was something else. The shadows something. And it was a good twisting of a verb and a noun together. A gruesome slushie is not that. It does paint a picture. Oh, it. Lots of things paint. I don't know. It does paint a picture. I don't know. To me, this just informs, like, you know. What's more important here is, like, oh no, I don't want to hear you read it again. It's very like Jack Reacher. If I had to compare it to something in today's world, it's very like Jack Reacher. You know, images of violence, like some vague sort of emotional ties, an interesting plot, or at least like a plot that's twisty. That's kind of what we've got. Okay, let's go turn the fuse on for our wife who hates the darkness. We could also sneak up on her.
I'm right here, baby.
I'm fine. Just get the lights back on. Now, please.
I don't think it takes you out of it as much as it paints cynicism and wit even at the brink of death.
Alan, please.
Interesting.
Check the fuse box. It's in the hallway.
I think there's probably a
Honey,
characterization
it's a power
thing.
outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay.
I think it is a characterization thing. The type of person who would use the words like a gruesome slushie at the last moment. But in terms of the order of operations of things that are happening on the page when you are working with a reader, image is one of the first things. The idea is, and you could argue with this, but the idea is the image, the sort of picture you're building as in your brain as a reader as you read, is one of the first places you start as a reader. Everything else is sort of built on top of that. So I think anything you gain from having Alan Wake or the character be the type of person who would say something like a gruesome slushie, I think that's lost or offset by by being funny in an unintentional way, which is not what the text is attempting to do. I don't know. That's me, though. That's me. Power outage. We do have a flashlight. We're going to shine it directly in your eyes. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
But I think the writers of the
I
game know what they're
it's
doing.
stupid,
They obviously
but
do.
It's just, especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
There's one other thing we have to talk about because it's happening right in this scene. Well, there's one other thing we have to talk about because we kind of talked about it a little bit yesterday. If this game is like Twin Peaks inspired, and if this game is like surreal, meaning like departing from reality or like hyper real, departing from like things happen in a logical cause and effect manner. This game isn't doing that. We're like populating a night. We're spending as much time in a nightmare populated by fictional worlds as we are in the real world, right? Like we're surreal, maybe in a mental health way, but definitely in a just surreal like vision or nightmare way. If it does that, then a lot of times in especially like surrealist writing, realistic emotions and like emotional states also get sort of the saturation turned up to 12. We talked about soap operas. Soap operas are a sort of great reference point, including like the way that Twin Peaks sort of twisted those. We're doing a very soap opera thing right now, which is like this, which is the cinematic that we're watching.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay.
Soap opera.
I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
I love the awkward 2010 like motion capture.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any
Back to the present day.
nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure
Sheriff
she can locate
Breaker.
your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Yeah, the game is definitely doing that like writer voice as narration in the third person. The image of a small town doctor. He'd been fishing. That's so funny. He had been like, it's not fly fishing because this isn't a fly rod and he doesn't have wading pants on. He's just got boots.
I believe you'll find the sheriff in her office. Just go down the corridor.
I'm having trouble hearing the voiceovers. I can turn them up a little bit. Any other volume questions?
Hi, friends.
Hi, Maylee. How's it going? Any other volume requests while we're here? The volume's a little up and down in times. Like sometimes it's deafening. Bright Falls Sheriff. This lake has nothing in the middle of it. And yet, that's where she drowned. Examine this fish.
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
Can I lower my voice? I don't know that I can lower my voice. I can turn other things up a little bit more. I'll speak quiet.
You're
I'm just excited.
good to go, Mr. Wake. Sarah's probably waiting for a chance to talk to you.
I'm sure she is. Okay. Can't get me off the water this time of year. Excellent. I think Sheriff's probably going to ream us a new one, and I'm a little bit concerned about this. This is truly the Twin Peaks Sheriff Office, right?
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
It's Log Lady.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
So if the local superstitious person is terrified about flickering lights, that's a really lovely detail, right? It's a really lovely detail because it's like the the superstitious person who we all write off as not actually like on top of things is terrified of the darkness. And we're discovering that that's a thing to be terrified of.
I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor. That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
I mean, did they just rip off Twin Peaks? Now I'm thinking about, it's not the Doctor, but there's that character in Twin Peaks. I have to stop talking about it. I have to stop talking about it. There's a fish in my percolator.
The sheriff wants to see you in her office,
yeah,
Mr. Wake.
I'm sure. I am also interested in going other places, though. I want to break in. I want to let people out of prison. I want to use the restroom. Nope. I want to grab this coffee thermos. I still haven't seen Twin Peaks. Can I tell you something crazy? I still haven't seen the reboot. The new season. New manuscript page. Alice sees a shadow.
Finder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Paranoia. Character thinks they see something, decides they didn't. We wonder if they actually did. Just a little bit of...
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the parade float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
So we have no sign of Stucky yet. They did find the parade float / the garage, where we say we sort of fought Stucky. At least in
Sheriff Breaker is waiting for you
Yeah,
down the corridor in her office.
It's like the same voice. What is the name of this character? Is Lambrecht here? Lambrecht's our expert. I think Jab is too. What's the name of the character? I can't believe I can't remember her name. Who works the front desk for the sheriff's office in Twin Peaks? That's the meeting room back here. Read. Have you seen this man? Disappeared on 6/20/07. 07, by the way. We nailed it. Identifying features, knack for winning contests. Knack for winning contests? Richard Bow, Bruce Dansky, and Jacob Miller are all missing on a camping trip. Overdue. Haven't been in contact. If you've seen them or know their whereabouts, please call this number. It's not... What is that person's name? Oh, my God. How do I remember, like... the name of her love interest who works at the...
Come in, Mr.
department
Wake.
store.
Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Oh, you charged my phone for me? That's weird. Did you take a look through my text messages?
Your phone, Mr. Wake?
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin
Arguing,
on
huh?
Cauldron Lake? How did you end up
Lucy.
at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me.
Unknown caller.
I need to take this.
Barry? Is it Barry?
Hello?
Alan, please help me.
That's my wife.
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Hostage?
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you wrong.
No, there was a manuscript page in there. If we go out the back, we can't get the manuscript page.
Same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I have to get the page. What happens?
I need
Can I get
some
the page?
fresh air. Can I go out? In the back, maybe?
Of course, Mr. Wake. I understand. You can get there through the cells. Deputy Grant can show you the way.
I'm sorry. All of this, it's just a lot to take in.
Take your time, Mr. Wake. I understand. Can I ask you what the call was about, Mr. Wake?
No.
It's personal.
Well, we are looking for your wife, and I'm going to need your cooperation if I'm going to help you.
I need a moment, after I get some fresh air.
We are
Okay.
so suspicious.
You can find me here. We'll talk when you feel up to it.
Is this not a manuscript page? I really thought it was. Okay, it's fine that we came back in here anyways. We are looking very suspicious. Wife is missing. We have no memory of the last week. We don't have a concussion. We cite
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
I thought he quit drinking for good.
Oh, no
Okay, we're
such
going
luck.
in.
He went on a bender and beat Danny pretty badly. He started shouting like that the moment he woke up.
I mean, this voice actor working the front desk here is absolutely attempting to sound like Lucy Brennan. Like, it's the same vocal style. Absolutely. 100%.
They don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here.
You're also scared of the dark. Okay. Is there a light switch?
Thank you, man. Thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong. See, sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen. You gotta listen carefully.
Oh, God.
Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien!
This guy beat up a space
I
alien.
know it sounds like something a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
Whatever you say, buddy. Whatever you say. That's a manuscript page. Let's freaking go. Dark presence in the diner.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Okay. The dark presence, capital D, capital P. I mean, I think they're basically describing the lady, the widow is who I would call her. She had, I don't know that she was widowed, but she had grieving, the old lady who gave us the keys. But it's talking with interiority from that perspective. I need to learn not to click back on. It's taking the pain because it's worth it. That's like, that means we have access to...
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Electricians would make bank in this town. It's true. Oh, there's a coffee thermos and the radio. We love to hear the radio. Huge fan. What's that asshole talking about now?
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deerfest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting that the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
That's not even the same guy. I thought it was the guy who was like, I won't tell anybody you're here.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Yeah, I'm on it. I just want to look around first. Asshole? I think that radio guy's a little bit of an asshole. Okay, I see a manuscript page, and I see an abandoned car. What do you think? Right here? Unpopular opinion. People love the radio guy. I like his voice. I feel like he was mean to us. Wake at Lover's Peak.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall and the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
What in the world is the reality here?
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Okay, that's sketchy.
Ow, thank God! Where the hell
Barry.
have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. Oh, I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday.
Oh, God.
I'm here in Bright Falls.
He's
Barry,
here?
Listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Barry is in town. What a terrible situation. He's going to be so disappointed. I haven't written a word, and I also haven't... I've also lost my wife. / lost all memory of what happened the last week. How do I get out of here? Right here? There we go. How do I get out? Probably can't just drive out here. I probably got to go back through the building. Tell me how you imagine Barry looks like. Alligator skin shoes.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness.
Oh, shit!
Shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
It is always interesting when they make writing related to the stakes of a story, because writing is such a like long, slow. It happens alone in the dark with no one else present. Like, it's such a like anti-stakes sort of situation. But I like it when it can be supernaturally or in some way, you know,
Marvelous, Sarah. I just want
turned into a like, hey, the stakes matter on whether or not you finish this story.
to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent
Who is this?
regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you.
Are you feeling any
Who in the country club is this?
better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation
Now
with
we
her
know.
on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my!
Take it easy.
There's Barry. Barry's wearing capris? Don't talk about finishing the story to George R.R. Martin. He'll freak the hell out.
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent.
I think we have a puffy coat, a Hawaiian shirt, which is an amazing mismatch. Red and blue, so we clash a little. We have a New York voice. He's about to call somebody a yokel, and I'm pretty sure he's wearing pants that aren't quite long enough with socks that stick out the top and maybe boots. Like, he doesn't belong here, but he maybe bought stuff to go to the Pacific Northwest to, like, rough it a little bit.
If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
Yo, Tactical Fluke has spent 420 hours watching stream. Let's go. Nice.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
The thing with the paparazzi. Alan's story.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything.
You told this asshole everything?
He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him.
Okay, so much has happened in these 4 sentences, and I love it. I really love it. I really love it. I had to talk to somebody. I tell Barry. That's a terrible decision, Alan, but whatever. The thing is, he knows Barry, because the minute I mentioned, well, there's this manuscript that I have to finish. Did you say a manuscript? That's amazing.
He smelled money, and he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Rose?
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing.
Who is Rusty? Who is Max? Rose is the person from the diner who knows Barry in some way, shape, or form. Like, they've talked, apparently. Do you just call everyone an asshole? I mean, I only call the assholes assholes. Tell me I'm wrong.
I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Asshole!
Who's Max?
What's he doing smiling at Rose like that, huh?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
Maybe we're an asshole. I think we are an asshole. More importantly, a fan. You have a mammoth skeleton in your... Oh, I thought this was a house. This is like a park. I understand. This is okay. I I thought this was a house.
Cabin.
The
Where
national
I could
park.
wait till midnight.
Bucktooth Charlie is such a funny name for a fossil. I was like, God dang. I gotta. Okay. Skeleton of a Colombian mammoth. The specimen, estimated to be 14,000 years old, was recovered from the La Brea tar pits in 1981. It was donated to the Elderwood National Park in 1998 when the Colombian mammoth became Washington's state fossil. Named Buck-toothed Charlie, it has since become the park's official mascot. Ryan, how would you rate Bright Falls as a vacation getaway so far? I would love to go there. I mean, I don't know that you'd have a good vacation, but I'd have a great time, you know? Sorry, E to exit. Deer in this town?
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice,
Do
and
you
everything's just...
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
A ticket to the funny farm. That could be the title of your next book. A ticket to the funny farm. I will say, at least at this point so far, it appears that Barry is a very readable asshole. He's an asshole of the variety, which is like, we know exactly what he wants at all times. There is no hiding it. There is no like subtlety. There's no machinations in the background. There's just Barry and what he wants, which is you to write another book and for me to get to sell it to the publishing company. You know? This guy's out here skinning a something. A deer? That's... Oh, you're not skinning it. You're petting a dog. Okay. I thought you were, like, dressing a deer. No, we do have a coffee thermos, though. Let's go. Let's go. Is he even really an asshole? He just wants to work? I don't feel... Listen, maybe I've called people assholes that haven't deserved it in my life. So far, I don't think Barry's one of those people. I think Barry would probably tell you, yeah, I'm a little bit of an asshole, but I get the job done. Am I right? But I don't know. Maybe it'll change. Maybe my opinion will change.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure.
Front seat question, chat. Is this the officer who was in the diner at the start of the game? Yes or no?
What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. You got lucky.
Max,
Max
buddy.
is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
Goddamn poachers. Place is beautiful, by the way.
Okay, boy. We're almost done here.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing... Listen.
I will say, she's my wife is not a good defense there.
You hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Barry is right here. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, form is picked up. We're going to Rusty. Oh, Barry.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
All right.
If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
Right. Thanks.
Okay,
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
Barry employs the age-old strategy of empathize with me, buddy. If you're in my shoes.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
I like Barry's voice actor. It's very funny. Yeah, Barry's along for the ride, whether or not he wants to be. Barry's trying. I'm gonna have to do this hike at midnight.
This is crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
The lamp knocked over without any sound. Yeah.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again.
Everybody hates a tourist. Deliverance. Is Deliverance the movie based on a book about the writer who gets kidnapped? Is that right? Is that Deliverance or is that something else? Deliverance. I think that's that one, right? Where he gets handcuffed to the bed? Am I thinking of Misery? I think I'm thinking of Misery. What's Deliverance? It's a movie I haven't seen. What else is new?
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
Deliverance is the movie you should not watch before going
Lock
camping.
the door when I leave.
Yeah, you go ahead and do what you have to do. I'll be fine. Alone, but fine. In a cabin straight from a horror movie.
That was the last we ever heard of Barry. Okay. Conspiracy of Faith. Interesting title. You gotta look at the
Real funny, Al.
Oh!
Real funny. Ha ha! Thank you. I'll just sit here in the dark till you come back. Or until I get eaten by a grue.
He's so sarcastic. A lot of wine. Some big bottles of wine. Coffee thermos. Let's go. My bad, dude. I thought I was turning the lights on, considering how dark it is in here. I actually turned them off. Okay, I guess we're going on a hike, you know? Real funny, Al. Heading for Lover's Peak. Without my lover. Cry face emoji. There's a bird. The birds are watching. We're headed for that radio tower. Do we go out here in the backyard first? We probably should. There's a well? Oh, hell no. These kind of wells are sketchy as hell. Never mind. It's filled in. Mix a little coffee with that wine. It'll be a hell of a night for Big B. Big B. Coffee thermos! Dry hot tub. Thank God it's a fake well. Now we know why Alan can't sleep. He has a coffee problem.
Here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Locking the door now.
Locking the door now. Barry's a good character, and here's why. Barry, just the existence of Barry over the last 30 minutes of this game or 20 minutes of this game accomplishes a shit ton for the plot of, I think mostly the plot of the game. Not a ton from the, like, you know, the deep emotional well of the game. But Barry arriving means we have a common sense voice telling Alan Wake what to do. Alan Wake deciding not to do it pushes us out the door, pushes us towards ignoring the cops, heading here, getting our own cabin, etc., etc., etc. Offers some sort of, like, you know, comedic relief. And just advances the plot so quickly. There's like a semblance of a plan, despite the fact that it's a very bad plan. Just by Barry arriving. Okay. What if we just take this car? I don't think we can fit it on the trail. Barry doubts Wake's sanity.
Barry had never gotten along
Hi,
with
Bobby.
Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice.
Frightening intensity.
And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Okay, nothing crazy there. Nothing fantastic, but very simple writing. Just summing up Barry's opinion.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
All right. We're gonna
I
try.
should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
How you doing, Bobby? Welcome. Flashing light. That's always a good sign. Are those birds? Oh, Christ. Got 12 bullets in my emotional support pistol, chat. I'm sure that's plenty, right? Break into this house. There's no doubt Alan's not in his right mind. There's a radio inside of the house. Got the lights switched on.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan?
More ammo?
You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage.
Was that a
plan? Really? Just
Did I just see a shadow out the window? What the fuck was that? Am I crazy? Did I just see something? I'm looking over at my stream to see if I can see something. Oh, it's so behind on the other screen. Did I just see somebody walk out that shadow? I don't even know. That was so... That freaked me out. So I think this is the doctor who was fishing, based on the voice and the name. I don't remember exactly if it was Nelson or not, but... Hold up, I'm watching the replay. I'm watching the replay. Absolutely, I saw something!
in the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do
much more than that, you know.
He's one of those shadow guys.
No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm gonna check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges.
No heart rate monitor. Yeah, we decided against it.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously.
I probably should have put it
you're
on,
in
but...
pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
This doctor,
But
I swear.
You're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like
He's
to
a
take the
yapper.
time and enjoy the piece of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Well, considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
Oh my god, they talk so much. Okay. There's gonna be a bad guy out here. We already saw him. He walked right here. Somehow he walked through this window, like way higher up, despite the fact that there's nothing to stand on here. So maybe he was levitating in the air. Iculus says, I didn't think Ryan would get so scared. Well, turns out I'm a coward. Drop hazard? Oh, why is it swinging? Can we jump off? Not that I want to, of course. I swear, is there like mouse acceleration or something? Is that what's happening? Like, what's... Oops. I just accidentally scrolled past that. Whoa! The fuck was that? Is it direct aiming? I don't know what direct aiming is. You cut that flashlight beam with a knife? Oh yeah, it gets even better. The bunker rumbling? Yeah, it's the bombs from Amnesia. Lover's Peak, Moonshine Cave. Moonshine Simon? Alright. Oh, this one doesn't look so good. This one doesn't look so good. It's the moon coming down. No! There's blood. That's fucking blood. Is direct aiming like the cursor like is magnetically attracted to stuff? Because it kind of feels like that a little bit. Turn the TV on. What's gonna happen? Is it another?
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs.
Night Springs.
Tonight's episode: The Man in the Mirror.
Yeah, tell me about it, Artifice.
Inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
There's blood on the wood in this room, like a sad popsicle stick after you've finished your cherry tree.
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game.
Oh, Welcome to Night Vale is a great shout. Holy shit. Yeah, the vibe. Welcome to Night Vale.
The game. You pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists. Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
You won't
You
get
really
away
think
with it.
that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Dun dun dun. Night Springs. Apparently, direct aiming turns off the mechanism where aiming controls Alan's flashlight and gun and the camera follows, and instead makes the aiming affect the camera directly. It does apparently also reduce mouse acceleration to an extent. So that is what I have currently on, or that is what I have... No, direct aiming. I understand. Let's try it for a second. See what happens. See if we can change this whipping. We're going to need less sensitivity than that. I think that's better overall. I still need to turn the sensitivity down a little bit. Oops, wrong button. Sorry, just doing a little, you know, just doing a quick little quality of life settings check. The birds. It seems better for me. Worth trying.